Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dad Quest. I have another video for you guys today on the 7 Deadly Sins origin. And what I want to go over here is what to do when you're out of your cube keys. As you can see, I have 0 out of 50. Unlike a lot of other gacha games, this is not going to recharge throughout the day. I'm stuck at 0 out of 50 until that 15 hours resets. So what do I do now? Do I just log out for the day? Do I quit? A lot of people do. A lot of people just run through their keys and they're done. But that doesn't help set you up for success, especially not as a free-to-play player. As a free-to-play player, you should be doing more than just your keys. And with the upcoming release of Escanor, I'm going to explain why. A lot of the streamers right now are talking about the next upcoming character. It is likely Escanor. They've just released a leaked document with his skills and his abilities. Escanor will be using Sword and Shield, Great Sword, and the Axe. So what we can determine from that is what materials we're going to need to craft and gather. How do we do that though? Well, we can go into our hero information and we can look at Daisy for an example, because Daisy does use the Sword and Shield, one of the weapons Escanor is going to use. If we jump down to the mastery here and we look over at Sword and Shield, Sword and Shield is going to require the same materials for every character because it's weapon mastery. It has nothing to do with the character. So if we look here, Sword and Shield, we need Cursed Essence, Shining Screaming Flowers, low quality Fighting Spirit Fragments, and Spirit Plants. And we're going to need that for all of these for Mastery 2. Mastery 3, you're going to need a handful of other materials for each of these. You can see the amounts there that you will need for those. But if we jump over to somebody here who also has Sword and Shield, completely different character, you can see that the materials for level 2 are the same as on Daisy. So like I had said, Sword and Shield Mastery is just Sword and Shield Mastery. So we know Escanor is getting Sword and Shield. We know he's getting Great Sword. We know he's getting the Axe. So we can look at other characters that have these weapons and help figure out what we should be farming to set ourselves up for success. Now, one way you can do this is you can click on these items. You can say, oh, it's a monster drop, right? You can say, who's that from? Perfect. I got to go kill her a few times. There is a trick that you can get her to respawn instantly rather than waiting for the timer for her to respawn. You kill the boss, and this works for any of the world bosses. Kill the boss, return to the login screen, log back in. The boss will be there. You won't have to wait the 10-15 minutes because some of the other spawns, such as the Red Demon, any of the guys with the diamonds, I don't know the exact spawn time, but it's roughly 10-15 minutes for them to completely respawn. The ones with the circles, I want to say, are like somewhere between 2 to 5 minutes. It's not very long for those to respawn. So if you are farming these guys and you are needing a lot of those materials, go ahead and just log out, log back in, kill them multiple times. As for other materials, if we go back here, something like the Spirit Plant, you can click Gathering, and it's going to show you where the Spirit Plants are at. They're right over here. And I've marked, there's a few other options as well. I've marked those on the map as for things for me to get. So a lot of what you want to be doing as a free-to-play player is preparing to level your mastery for each of your characters that you plan on using. Or potentially characters that are coming up that are leaked and we know their weapon set, right? I do highly suggest marking things on the map. I've been marking my gold ore spots with the yellow stars here, or orange stars. I've been marking platinum with the orange platinum nodes, azure with the blue, and so on and so on. There is a bug right now with putting these markers on a map. I was having a really hard time. I had markers everywhere because I was farming plants to make the capture potions or the charm potions. And I couldn't remove them. I would go and I would click delete. I would remove all of those from my map now that I have most of those creatures captured. And I'd log out and I'd log back in, and all of those were still there. So one trick that I was using is I would click on this, I would say start tracking, end tracking, and then delete it. And for whatever reason, that seemed to actually remove them from my map permanently that time. So I don't know if there's some sort of weird bug with the start and stop track where it re-registers that on the game. I also had to do that when I was renaming. If I wanted like I have platinum, I just have plat on the map so I know what it is. I had to do the same thing. I would have to rename it, then hit start track, stop track, and then it would save the name. So just a quick bug with pins if you do decide to put them up on the map. But let me show you another thing here that you can use. This is the interactive map for 7 Deadly Sins. You can see up here the website, and I will link it in my description of the video as well. You can find anything you need on here, and what I highly suggest doing is opening the filter here. And what I like to do is I just minimize everything and I uncheck it all. And then that way I can go say, let's say I want to find platinum. Where's the platinum ore spots? Okay, that's platinum ore, right? Now, what else is there? Well, there's sapphire ore that I'm going to want. These items here, the ore, topaz, sapphire, ruby, quartz, and opal, these are going to help you craft your enhancements for your weapon. And once I bring the game back up here, I will show you what I mean by that. As Escanor is coming out, and he is hands down one of the favorite sins that everybody loves, I highly suggest, if you do plan on getting him, even as a free-to-play player, farm ruby ore. Escanor is going to be fire and holy, and ruby ore is going to be turned into rubies, which will allow us to craft fire enhancements. And I will show you what those do as well. Let me get back in the game here for you guys. And we will go to that. So that's everything to do with the masteries. I hope that makes sense. I haven't seen a lot of people really make videos on, hey, Sword and Shield Mastery is going to be the same everywhere. So once you know what the kit is for the character, you can go ahead and farm out all of the resources you need before he even releases. It could just be that it's super common knowledge, but there's a lot of people out there that maybe just didn't pick that up and maybe haven't been paying attention. So wanted to put that on a video for you guys. Another thing I highly suggest is when you can, try to get yourself some of these pets. I was lucky enough to be able to capture the water spirit pretty quickly, and you can see he's running around gathering all of these plants for me. So it's super nice. He flies, he traverses a lot easier than some of the other pets, I should say. But if you go into the pets and we check out the domesticated water spirit here, you can see I have a handful of other guys. Water spirit, there you are. So he has auto collect and auto gather. If you're looking for something to help you with mining, the Quiet Forest Golem is great at that. He will mine for you and then collect that as well. He doesn't break them in one shot. So using Dreyfus yourself to break the mining nodes, still a way quicker route to do that. This guy will help you pick those up if you just want around and pop, break those nodes open. He'll gather it for you. For anybody that is pay to win or paid at all, if you get 4,000 points in the exchange shop here, this guy has he has the Dreyfus ability. He does one-shot the nodes and collects the nodes, I believe. But he does not auto-collect anything else. So if you break a tree, he's not going to grab the lumber, he's not going to grab plants or anything like that. Specifically mining, from my understanding. Or, sorry, this one. My mistake. It's this guy right here, the ball cat. I don't know what this guy does. So, ball cat does the one shot on the mining node and picks up the ore for you, but nothing else. I always suggest, if you are spending it all, buy the SSR hero selection, and then in the star crystal area here, always get the SSR special crafting blueprint. These are points you just get from playing the game. Everybody should be able to do this. I am saving the remainder of my points to see if Escanor pops up as potential points because, like a lot of other people, he's my favorite. So I do plan on sinking a lot of resources into him. I have already been out there farming these resources. There's a handful more that I could go do. And previously, before I get too far off track, we were talking about the weapon enhancements as well. And that's these spell beads. So if there's a specific character you're wanting to power up, legendary spell beads are good, but if you're wanting to focus like fire, like Escanor is going to be, or lightning with Gilthunder, or cold with Jericho, or anything like that, these are going to give bonuses to those specific elements, and the bonuses are quite large. So I plan on farming out a handful of rubies. You do need the tooth fairy dentures. There's a weird bug. I don't know if it's intended or not, but you see, I can't track where these are. Best way to do that for you guys, that interactive map. It's going to show you where each of them are. Zoom in a little bit. You can mark them on your map then. And then if you have a critter like I do, it'll fly around and just gather those for you. It'll gather everything in the area even if you don't see it. I don't know what the exact like distance around you that the mini pets go is, but it's enough where I can just fly down on my mount, sit there for a second, fly off, and move myself to the next location. That's what I've been doing to collect this. Outside of that, you are going to need a lot of platinum. With platinum, there is one daily vendor I highly suggest taking, and that would be the vendor for, is it, yeah, I think it's Furzin. Let me double check what I did my dailies on once I load here today. I'm pretty sure it's Furzin. Yeah, Furzin. So the reason I say you should be doing Furzin dailies as your daily. Let's see, we're gonna get this. My pet's gonna pick them up. You can see, and then I just fly off. The reason I say take these guys for your dailies is every single week, platinum as a free-to-play player is your hard, like, your stopping points. Their daily or their weeklies allows you to purchase. I think it's like 6 or 7 platinum. I forget exactly how much, but you can purchase platinum every week from these guys. So these are the dailies that I'm doing every day. I want their tokens. And then another thing, if you've done everything that I've listed on this video, and I know I've rambled here and there, I do apologize. I'm not the greatest at making videos. I'm just trying to bring you guys the information I have, and sometimes a little scatterbrained on how I present that. So if you've done everything I've talked about, there is one more thing you can do, and I'm going to show you that here. We're going to go down to the Fairy King's Forest, and I don't remember which vendor it is, so you might have to bear with me while I get a little lost here. I feel like it's up this way. The vendor up here, you can turn in monster parts. Demons and mushroom parts and all sorts of things. I think it's to this lady here. Nope, it is not to this lady here. So he must be on the other side. I can hear my mini pet running around grabbing everything. Let me fly to the other side of the forest where the other vendors are. And what I'm trying to show you here is that there's a vendor where you can turn in certain items from like monster drops for tokens from the forest here. It's probably, nope, not the engraving chick. Where is it? Am I just blind? Here we go. So you can get some Fairy King's Forest seals, and I honestly haven't checked to see if there's other vendors in other towns for this. We could check that here together on the video. But this allows you to farm 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, over 100 extra seals per week from the Fairy King. And let's check what icon she is on the map here. She's a little trade goods icon. Let's see if we can go to, I imagine there would be one here. And we'll just check on them. I could have probably checked just from clicking there, but let's just check anyway. But that would be something else to do. It does look like we have her right here again. So yeah, you can go around and farm monster parts all day long if you wanted as a free-to-play character to build up your seals. So the people that are logging off after doing their keys or 15 minutes or whatever of that are really at a disadvantage. Those are the guys that think they've done everything they can. They haven't really min-maxed or anything like that. I'm a big min-max player. I'm having a lot of fun with this. My team's good enough to run all the content with the exception of I can't solo Abyss content yet. I might be able to. I just haven't tried, to be honest. But this is definitely something you could go around and do then. You can... I have 44 of whatever this is, right? And so I could turn this in for an extra seal. I should honestly spend my seal. I didn't realize I had 424 of them. But this is something extra to do. So as a free-to-play player, there's plenty of things for you guys to do. If there's any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to help you guys out. Again, I'm not the greatest streamer on earth, but I'm trying to give you all the information that I've acquired in this game to make it as user-friendly for you guys as possible, whether you've spent money or not. So if this video has helped you at all, like, subscribe, drop a comment for me. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to try to cover with this game. And again, I will try to work on my structure and how scatterbrained I can be on these videos. It's really me just making them for fun, for you guys, something to do in my time that helps me just kind of have fun. I'm doing it because I have fun. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm looking to help you guys. So more comments, more likes, more subs, more videos. It's as easy as that. More encouraged I am, the more people view. So I want you guys all to have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather wherever you're at. Even if it's raining, find some fun out of it. And have a good day, guys. Take care.